everybody, it's Renee and welcome to my channel. I am actually just bringing you guys a video to show you some things that I've made in the last little while. This is some of it that I'm going to show you. This is kind of a show and share video, and I've made lots of different bits and pieces, lots of tags and things to add into your journals or any of your other creations that you might be working on. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a show into that. I also am in the process of putting together a little bit of some journal stuff. So I can show you some of that. Show you a little bit of this kind of stuff that I'm going to be working with. And some fabrics and things that I'm using for journal covers. So let's start looking at that, and away we go. So with these different things, I'm going to show you bits by bits of some of what I have here. I'm very much into vintage. I've just kind of put everything into this vintage Velveeta craft wooden box, and that's how I show it or store it. Show it in my office, in my studio. And with this, I have a video you can actually look at if you want to see the other stuff in my studio. And I will put the link to the right hand side up above so you can have a look at the studio when you want. I will start showing you some of these bits and pieces. I have a lot of fun making these. I've got a bunch of Christmas ones, and I did do a video on this. I will link that down below. But I can show you some of these bits and pieces now. Let's see here. Hope you guys are all doing well. This is one of the first ones I did. Hopefully you can see that. I had a lot of fun with these ones. These will go into a Christmas journal, probably coming up in the near future. With these, I can still color in the images if you want to. I haven't done it, but you could. Same thing. Lots of fun. With some of these, there's a bunch of like digitals on them, or there's some Tim Holtz. Some of this I can tell by looking at. There's a little bit of 49 and Market on it. These are a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing like collage-y type stuff. So much fun to make these, and somewhat fast, right? So if you want something that's done fast, like, easy enough to do. I would love to know with you, if you make stuff like this, is it to go into journals, or what do you do with it? Do you just make them because it's fun? Do you maybe turn them into bookmarks? What kind of things do you use these things with? This is also one of my videos as well on how to make, and I put this one out, I will link it down below, on how to make vintage tape. Let's see here. Yeah, so much fun. Very cute. And see, with these ones too, you can have it stick out the side. It doesn't have to be just the width of the tag. And then we go to some of these ones. So this one I actually stitched on. There's little bits and pieces there. This one here. So many different things. I will show you those ones in a minute. So these ones, some of these, I actually did these as a masterboard, and then I cut it up into different squares. I also stitched on them and added some bits and pieces. So you'll see some of those. This one is a vintage library card. I took from a whole bunch of old library books. So I have a bunch of those. Cat's Life Press stamps on some of these. Love those stamps. I'll try and link that down below, but it's Cat's Life Press. Very cool stamps. It's out of the States. Small local company, I believe. So much fun. Look at that. So fun. And this one, like a wedding type image. Then I went to these ones. These are like, I put a combination of a bunch of stuff here, but tags. This is a flashcard with some fabric and stitching, and then bits and pieces here. Some old vintage stamps, and then yeah, this is part of the masterboard. So there's that. I did a few of these. These are a lot of fun, and a lot of fun to put like in journals or different kinds of books. That. Have a bunch of these clusters. That's the back side. Tag. You kind of see a theme with this one. This is actually an envelope, and all the stuff on here is pretty vintage. So there's that. And then here's another cluster. This is on a bag. There's paper clip. This is on a glassine bag. And I have videos showing these before, and some of them even making them, if you wish to look at those. These are on playing cards. And this one is sideways. So much fun. I love to use playing cards of all sizes. And these ones. This is cool. You could put stuff on the other side. It depends if that's what you want to do. With me, I didn't. I just left it. This one's neat because it has like an old film strip behind it as well. Yeah, these are a lot of fun to make. This one, I believe, was with collage paper. That one. These ones I just made. These are all very similar. I used the stamp and then I colored them in with some distress crayons. So they're all very similar. There's two different stamps, so you'll probably notice the image is slightly different. But those are those ones. And I might add a little something else on here. I haven't really decided yet. So I have those as well. These ones I've made for my next Marie Antoinette journal. I did make one previously. I'm making another one because I sold that one. There's a little bit of mixed media on here, as you can see. So there's mixed media on there, and then the images themselves. These ones are all mixed media cards, or tags I should say. And again, I've shown these ones before, but I thought I'd show them again since I'm doing all of this. So these are some mixed media. Just little bits and pieces. So there's those. So this could be something else that you use. Here's another one of the playing cards. Then these bits here, I really like these. These are just folded music paper that has been stitched. So I made like tufts, I guess. And these are great on different journal pages or cards or the tags, things like I've shown you. So I make those, very easy to make, something that you could add as well. The other thing is these little scrunchies. And same thing, like little tufts of fabric stitched as well. So I put these onto things too, as well as like you could use cheesecloth. So those work as well. So those are some different ideas you could add to your creations. Now I'm going to show you something else. These are some of the other things I've been working on, and they are going to be, I guess, part of a journal of some sort. I just put a bunch of papers together, and I did this actually quite some time ago. Ripped some papers apart. I wanted something that was very, I guess, I don't know the proper word really, not really rugged, but I didn't want anything that was like straight lines cut, all same sizes. I wanted something very just out there and not all symmetrical, I guess. But I put some, this was actually, if you feel it, it's raised, but it was just some modeling paste, I guess, over top of a stencil. So that sticks out, and that's same with this. This is actually bubble wrap, I guess. You could do a stamp or bubble wrap. I have both, so I'm thinking this was the bubble wrap. And then just like I said, I added some stamps here. I have like one from a office, plus I also have one from a post office. So I did that. Just loose stuff. This is the same thing, modeling paste, and I believe it's bubble wrap. And this is a bag. And again, I wanted something that gives off the sound, but I also wanted stuff that wasn't so perfect, I guess. So there's this here. I did staple the inside. I have a long arm stapler. And as you can tell just from the colors and stuff, other than this flower, the floral, I was kind of wanting to go somewhat for a little bit more of a vintage look. So that's kind of the papers I did because I wanted to have something possibly more masculine. I don't know. So I'm going to be working this into some other designs. I originally thought about making just a little teeny fast little book and adding some images on there, but then I changed my mind, thought I'm going to do a whole big book. So then, which brought me to some of these pages as well. This is a Jenny bowl, and this is old, but this was just a 12 by 12 scrapbook sheet, which is one-sided. I'm going to cover this, but same thing, like I kind of like this. You could cut it a little bit shorter, but I really like this image on here, which I was going to put together with some of these. This is crepe paper. Same thing, like this kind of an idea. I have a couple of these. But putting this all together and creating a cool little book. Along with stuff like this. This is quite old, but it was part of a foreign book. And I think it says Amsterdam there, so I'm thinking that this was from Amsterdam. But this was part of a newspaper, I believe. So putting that together with something like this. And again, this is like a masterboard. That's the other side. Did a little bit of colors and just different paints and things on there. This was part of a floral book. Some paper. This is a giant dictionary that I took apart and just added different pieces. Same thing, just adding images, I liked old images. I wanted something just like this that you could either leave it that way or you could add your own journaling, your own pictures, whatever it might be. I just really like this. Almost kind of like the idea of like a glue book. So I was kind of going for that kind of idea, is having stuff like this. So I'm kind of working on something like that right now, which is kind of like this, essentially like a glue book, but I am working on a glue book that I'm going to show you down the road. But it's kind of the same idea. So again, this is part of that same book. There's bits and pieces all over. That's the back side. Just to give you some ideas if you're looking for something else you can do as well. Some music paper. This is just an image I bought online that I put onto the music paper. I just printed it that way. Put the music paper through my printer. Another one of the floral book. This is some more of the images I put together. This was a digital, and I can't remember if that was my own digital or because I have so many digitals. And then I just added some washi tape and some other images onto here. And this is just tea dyed. Some more lightweight paper and that kind of thing. So like very easy to do. The same thing, I put that through my printer and printed that image on. And this is actually, I fussy cut this. This was put onto the music paper digitally as well, but I added this over top. And this is just a cutout. So there's those kind of ideas. I am working on that kind of stuff. I just bought online this fabric, and I'm going to be using this, and it's perfect. Like look at the size of these. So it is folded over, but it's the perfect size of a cover of a book. So I love these. I love the florals. I got these online, like I said. I've got that one, this lovely checker pattern. This is my favorite. Love this. So these are going to be covers of journals as well that I will be selling. Love it. So these are some ideas too of things that I'm going to be making. I have so many ideas right now, my friends, that I am trying to get working right now, get this going. I've been sick for the last few weeks, so I haven't had a chance to do much, but it's slowly coming together. Now that the snow is melted, I'm going to be doing stuff outside as well, but there's lots going on. This is my journal. I have my journals and I have my line journals, which I am working on, which I'm going to show that at some point. This is my glue book I'm working on, so I will be showing that at some point. And yeah, I am going to have hopefully a live coming up soon, so I hope to show that to you as well. This was just a fast impromptu little video to show you some different things you could be making if you want to. And just to give you a little heads up on what's going on, I am going to be having next month in May if you live close to my area, I'm going to be having a huge crafting garage sale with all kinds of craft stuff, and it's going to be awesome. So anybody that lives in this area, if you follow my channel, you will not want to miss that. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to have another video very soon with either a process video or it will be a show and share. I'm not really sure yet, but I have lots coming very soon. So you want to hit that subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit that like, which helps me a lot, and you get the same kind of videos that you like. You will get them just following that algorithm. And if you hit that bell notification, that all, you will get my videos as they come available. I hope you like all this. I am going to be posting more, like I said. I hope everybody's awesome and well, and I will chat with you guys soon. See you later. Bye.